Hi everybody, thanks for tuning into the channel. Happy New Year's. It's New Year's Eve on 2024. Tomorrow's 2025. Hey, when I was a kid, we read about 2025, how futuristic everything was going to be, and I was supposed to have a jetpack and a flying car. I'm 65 years old. Where's my jetpack? I haven't got my jetpack yet. So enough said there. But anyway, we do have the internet. We do have YouTube, which is something we've never thought of way back when. So we're going to talk about swing guitar. I have been spending these last several weeks here working on my swing guitar chops. I haven't ever played swing guitar before. I know a little bit about it, but as I've been mostly a folk musician or a rock musician, blues, that kind of stuff. But and I played in a jazz band in high school, but I played bass. I played guitar for 1 year, but basically we were doing kind of jazz rock kind of stuff and really never had to get into the swing chops. So I'm learning how to play swing rhythm guitar, and it's a lot of fun. I'm going to share with you some of the stuff I've kind of figured out and some of the stuff I've learned along the way, and maybe something that interests you. If you're familiar with this swing music, it's fast swinging beats, and the rhythm guitar is playing 4 chords to the bar, just basic chunk, 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 chunk. It's sort of like the guitar is like a tuned drum. It's a part of the rhythm section. And you're in there with the drummer's hi-hat, and you become a part of that kind of sound and blend with it. Now, it's a special technique that they use, because if you were playing, having to change chords like maybe every 2 beats at a tempo of like 140, 180 beats per minute, that's a lot of chord changing. And if you're playing bar chords the whole time, your hand is going to fall off. So they came up with ways of doing this, because you're always playing in horn keys, which means you don't have any open strings to use. Horn keys are like F, B flat, E flat, A flat, F minor. F minor. F minor is a horrible key to have to play guitar in. So anyway, it's something that you have to kind of figure out ways around using your stock chords. And they have different grips that they use for these chords. Let's start with a B flat major chord. I'm going to just play the straight up bar chord. There's my B flat major bar chord right there. Okay, if I had to play this to hold this through a whole song, my hand would be falling off. So they do away with the bar chords pretty much across the board. So I'm going to put my index finger on the root, which is B flat, 6th fret of the 6th string, and then I'm going to take my second finger and pinky, or my third finger, my pinky, and I'm going to put it on the 7th fret on the 3rd string and the 4th string like this. So the 5th string and the 2 bottom strings are open. And I'm going to lay my hand in such a way that these are going to be muted. So the strings that are making a sound are 6, 4, and 3. So there would be like a B flat major 7th. It only takes 3 fingers to play it. Now, when it has a major chord, most of the time they're going to, rather than the vanilla B flat chord, for example, they would play like either the B flat 6th or the B flat major 7th. So that was the B flat major 7th. To play the B flat 6th, I'm going to switch my fingers around a little bit. My second finger is going to hold down the root, the B flat on the 6th string. That's the 6th fret. I'm going to take my index finger and I'm going to reach up here and I'm going to hold down the 4th string on the 5th fret. That's a G note. That's the 6th. And then I'm going to put my 3rd finger down here on this D. So I have the 1st, the 3rd, and the 6th. I omit the 5th degree of the chord. And you kind of get this kind of clumpy kind of rhythm sound. To switch that to a 7th, I just have to move one finger. Another real common fingering, let's say you're going to play like a B flat 7th. They'll switch this around, so the index finger plays on the 6th fret, 6th string. Then I'm going to put my second finger on the 4th string on the 6th fret beside it, so I'm skipping a string. And then my 3rd finger is going to come down to the 7th fret on the 3rd string. So this gives me the B flat 7th. Now sometimes they'll even shorten this to make the chords even tighter, maybe using the root, the 3rd, and the 7th. To do an E flat 7th, using those top 4 strings, what I'm going to do is put my index finger on the root. That's going to be on the 6th fret of the 5th string. Second finger is going to go on the 4th string, 5th fret. That's a G. And then I'm going to put this finger down here on the the 6th fret of the 3rd string. Everything else is going to be muted. So there is my E flat, B flat 7th, and so you'll see these guys sometimes they're walking around the circle of this. You'll see them sometimes like. They're switching 2 voicings around. It's pretty cool. Now, there's more complexity to it than that, depending on the chords, but you can also substitute chords. If the chord says it's a minor 9th, well, you could play a minor 7th. So the minor 7th would be like 2nd finger, say let's say A minor 7th, 5th fret with my 2nd finger on the 6th string. I'm going to skip down and put my pinky and my 3rd finger on the middle 2 strings on the 5th fret also. So now that 5th string is muted, the bottom 2 are muted. There's an A minor 7th. Then to switch to a D7th, I just come over here and make this little triangle shape again. This D7th chord, it's D, F, and C. D, F sharp, and C. 1st, 3rd, and the root. So that D7th right there makes a triangle shape. If I want to make that the D minor, I just got to slide 1 finger down. Okay, so there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with this. So I'm kind of learning my way around this. I'm playing along with the old recordings. One of the challenges I run into with old recordings is a lot of these things come taken off of old 78 masters and stuff. They were not on tapes. They were recorded direct to disc and then pressed on those discs. And if the tuning is off a little bit or the speed of the machine was off a little bit, well, it's not going to be in concert pitch. So you have to kind of find out the key of the song and then adjust accordingly. I got a real book and I find a lot of resources on the internet, and I'll play along with these songs. But sometimes you got to retune in order to be in tune with them. Some of the standard back then was like 448 instead of A440. It was 448. So that's real weird when you find that. But when you play along with these tunes and stuff, you get a chance to kind of fit in and play that part of the tuned drum. I'm enjoying doing this a lot, and hopefully maybe I'll get my chops up enough where I can sit in with some musicians sometime and some horn players. That'd be a lot of fun. So anyway, I'm going to head out of here. Enjoy your New Year. Be safe. Don't drink too much. Don't drink and drive. And stick around for a safe and happy 2025. And somebody, bring me my jetpack, okay? Bye.
Would you like to swing on a star, carry moonbeams home in a jar, and be better off than you are? Or would you rather be a mule? A mule is an animal with long, funny ears, kicks up at anything he hears.
His back is brawny, but his brain is weak. He's just plain stupid with a stubborn streak.
And by the way, if you hate to go to school, you may grow up to be a mule.
Or would you like to swing on a star, carry moonbeams home in a jar, and be better off than you are?
Or would you rather be a pig?
A pig is an animal with dirt on his face. His shoes are a terrible disgrace. He has no manners when he eats his food. He's fat and lazy and extremely rude.
But if you don't care a feather or a fig, you may grow up to be a pig.
Or would you like to swing on a star, carry moonbeams home